Okay, quick quiz. What's the world's northernmost capital city? Runs almost entirely on geothermal energy, has more art per square mile than most major cities, and once elected the world's first female president. If you said Reykjavik, gold star for you. This pint-sized capital has a population smaller than Dayton, Ohio, but somehow manages to feel like a cross between a science fiction novel and a cozy fishing village. And if you think Reykjavik is just a pit stop before you head off to see volcanoes or that famous overpriced spa, I'm looking at you, Blue Lagoon, you're in for a wild surprise. Because Reykjavik is quirky, it's soulful, and it knows how to surprise you, especially if you're someone who wants a trip that's more than just Instagram shots and museum gift shops. Let's get into the absolute best things to do in Reykjavik, especially if you're middle-aged, fabulous, and looking for something deeper than the usual tourist checklist. Let's be honest, the Blue Lagoon is beautiful, but also kind of a zoo. The Sky Lagoon, though? It's closer to the city, just as photogenic, and feels like stepping into a Nordic luxury retreat minus the chaos. The Infinity Edge pool literally overlooks the ocean. It's like your stress melts off and floats out to sea. And the 7-step Icelandic bathing ritual? It's not just spa stuff, it's cultural. Cold plunges, warm pools, a steam room that smells like a eucalyptus forest. You walk out of there glowing. Yes, it has a name that's impossible to pronounce unless you're Icelandic, but Hallgrímskirkja is the landmark of Reykjavik. Designed to resemble basalt columns from Iceland's volcanic landscapes, it looks like a rocket ship and a cathedral had a baby. The elevator to the top? Totally worth it. On a clear day, you'll see the colorful rooftops of Reykjavik, Mount Esja across the bay, and even the Snæfellsjökull glacier in the distance. It's one of those rare touristy things that actually lives up to the hype. Yep, it's real. The Icelandic Phallological Museum houses over 200 preserved specimens from nearly every land and sea mammal you can think of, including one from a human. Equal parts hilarious and scientifically fascinating, it's not just for laughs. There's a serious side to it too, including artwork, folk tales, and even cultural commentary. But mostly, it's weird in the best way. You could spend a whole afternoon just strolling Laugavegur. It's lined with boutiques, record stores, bakeries, bookstores, and bars that turn into live music venues after dark. This is where Reykjavik's soul lives. Step into a design shop like Geysir, sip coffee at Reykjavik Roasters, or try the chocolate-covered licorice Icelanders are obsessed with. It's a little hipster, a little magical, and perfect for middle-aged wanderers who love a good wander. Forget the horror stories about fermented shark. Reykjavik's culinary scene is fresh, inventive, and grounded in local ingredients. Think free-range lamb, Arctic char, and wild herbs foraged from the mountains. Stop by Icelandic street food for budget-friendly lamb soup or splurge on a Nordic tasting menu at Dill. And you must try the Icelandic hot dogs at Beijarins Bestu. They've been serving them since 1937. And yes, Bill Clinton really did eat one. The Harpa concert hall looks like something out of a sci-fi movie. Its facade changes color with the light, and the inside feels like walking into a crystal cave. Even if you're not catching a show, the building itself is an experience. They host everything from classical concerts to Iceland Airwaves, the country's biggest indie music festival. If you're a music lover, check the schedule before you go. This is not a joke. The Icelandic Punk Museum is literally built into an old underground men's bathroom, and it might just be one of the most memorable museums in Europe. You'll learn how punk rock helped shape Iceland's counterculture, and see photos, instruments, and graffiti that tell the whole story. Fun fact, Johnny Rotten himself helped open it. This part of Reykjavik still feels like the old days. Weathered boats, salty air, and views that look like they belong in a painting. It's also become one of the city's most vibrant food hubs. From fish and chip shacks to upscale Nordic bistros, you can eat your way along the docks. And if you're up for adventure, whale watching and puffin tours leave right from here. Iceland is known for its volcanoes, but Reykjavik offers a rare chance to see real molten lava flowing. Inside a building, at the lava show, they superheat rocks to 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit and pour the lava in front of a live audience. It's safe, but seriously thrilling, and it gives you a way better appreciation for how Iceland was formed. Public pools in Reykjavik aren't just places to swim. They're gathering spots, gossip hubs, and therapy sessions. Laugardalslaug is the biggest and most popular, but there are smaller neighborhood pools too. The geothermal water is naturally warm year-round, and locals will sit in the hot tub chatting even during a snowstorm. It's the most affordable wellness ritual you'll ever try. This gleaming steel sculpture by Jon Gunnar Arnason is one of Reykjavik's most photographed spots. And for good reason. It looks like a Viking ship, but it's actually meant to symbolize hope, progress, and the promise of new discovery. Come at golden hour when the sun dips low and lights up the mountains across the water. Pure magic. This museum gives you the full story of Iceland, from the first Viking settlers in 871, yes, they know the exact year, to the modern era. It's compact, well-organized, and full of hands-on exhibits. You'll see ancient swords, carved runes, medieval Christian relics, and even a reconstructed turf house. These horses are shorter than you'd expect, but don't call them ponies. They'll be offended. What makes them special is the tolt, a smooth gait that barely jolts the rider. Horse tours around Reykjavik take you through lava fields and meadows, and honestly, it's the best way to see the countryside without hiking for hours. Beneath the sidewalk near City Hall is one of Reykjavik's best-kept secrets, the preserved ruins of a real Viking longhouse. The settlement exhibition uses interactive tech and real archaeology to walk you through what life was like in the year 871. And the best part? It's literally under your feet. Perlan is part natural history museum, part observatory, part wow you didn't expect this. Inside, you'll find a real ice cave, simulated northern lights, and exhibits on volcanoes and glaciers. The panoramic deck offers one of the best views in the entire country, especially at sunset. At Laugavegur Fontana, a short drive from Reykjavik, you can watch Icelanders bake sweet, dense rye bread in volcanic sand. They dig it up from steaming pits after baking for 24 hours, and yes, you get to eat it warm with fresh butter. It's a delicious glimpse into Iceland's geothermal lifestyle, and way tastier than it sounds. So yeah, Reykjavik might be chilly, quirky, and a little off the beaten path. But that's exactly what makes it unforgettable. It's a place where puffins outnumber people, hot dogs are gourmet, and you can soak in a hot spring while watching the northern lights. If you skip the tour bus and dig into the real Reykjavik, you'll come home with stories that sound made up, but totally aren't. If this helped you plan your trip, go ahead and hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe for more travel tips that don't sound like a brochure. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.